Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Napoleon's Corner.
What's going on? How are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. This is actually episode 57. And before I get started, please do me a favor. This is my own channel, Napoleon's Corner. Please subscribe, smash that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate the support. Thank you in advance. So, episode 57, it's actually me paying homage to a very special and amazing woman in my life, which would have been my mom. So this episode of Napoleon's Corner is Thank You, Mom. Thank you, Mom. To anyone who currently still have their parents that are alive, please cherish them. Both my mom and dad are both deceased, and there's something to be said about just parenting, especially now. You know, it's such a uh, difficult time to be a parent. It's just not easy. There's so many things going on in our society, so many things going on that are uh, it leads to so many different distractions that it's hard to parent, your children. And trust me, I understand. So I decided to pay homage. I have a birthday coming up, on the 17th of this month. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my mother, her teachings, all of the things that she provided for me as a young man. And it's amazing, you know, at my age now, when I think back on it, every lesson my mother taught me when I was a child, at a certain stage in my life now as an adult, something that she taught me came to pass. In other words, I can utilize every bit of her teachings, any experience that I've gone through where I can map out this happened because of this happened because of this. I can take all those lessons and pinpoint them to a teaching or something that my mom has taught me as a child. It's amazing when I think back on it. So I'm going to share a few of these things with you uh, during this episode. And keep in mind that the principles that I'm talking about, my mom taught life lessons, when I was probably 5, 6, 7 years old, like real stern principles about life. The things like, for instance, you know, say what you mean what you say, stand on the principles of what you believe, stand on a strong moral code, um, have character. So therefore, when people are judging you, they're not judging the color of your skin. They're judging you by your character and the decisions that you make and what you stand on, the things that you believe in. These are tangible things. Well, not too tangible in the sense of where you could touch and feel, but these are things that it really cuts to the core of what a person or their actions should be. Take responsibilities for what you say, take responsibilities for your actions. Those are things that my mother, like I said, I was 5, 6 years old, and she was telling me, no, if you say something and you do something, you always take responsibility for that. Don't allow somebody to come and you're going to tell them an untrue or tell them this grandiose lie, not be held accountable for your own actions or what you say. My mother was really strict about that. But these are lessons. These are monumental foundational pieces that I think we're missing today. And I thank my mother so much for that. She didn't play no games with that. Nah, you're going to be held accountable for everything you say. You're going to be held accountable for everything that you do. My mother was firm on that. At my age now, when I look back on those teachings and those principles, I have to say I follow that to this day in every business meeting, every venture, everything I do in my life. I try to follow that blueprint in that code of ethics because that's how I was raised. I can't say something and something comes back and it's not too positive, and then I'm going to skate away from what I said. No, I have to be held accountable for that. I thank my mother for that. I can't do something and then it's not to somebody else's liking, and then all of a sudden I'll skate away from that. No, it's my actions. I got to be held accountable for that. These things are so important. And my mom, when I say unconditional love, unconditional strength, unconditional faith, that's my mom. That's who she was. That woman was my rock upon rocks. She everything. So I'm going to press upon anyone, if your mother and father or your guardian, if they're still here physically walking this earth, please respect them. Please listen to them. Please give them your undivided attention, because here's what happens with young people. What they don't understand is your parents are older, obviously, than you are. Your guardians, in most cases, are older than you are, which means they've lived through some experiences that they can shed some light on that's going to help you build a bridge that you can walk across, right? So, which means you have to listen, because it's experiences that's going to help you. And that's what my mom was showing me at such a young age. Her experiences in life, her life lessons, helped to mold and shape the person that I am today. The other key was I listened. I listened to what she had to say. And it was important for me, because together, by listening and then the application of what you've learned, right? So listen and apply. Listen and apply. That application, because I listened, helped to forge a real successful life for myself, which helped me to provide for my family. And that's what this is all about. So I just want to take the time with this particular episode to say thank you, Mom. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about this woman. Um, what a strong, pivotal piece to who I am as a man. It all is in line because of my mom. And so for those, like I said, who have parents and guardians that are still walking this earth, give them their flowers, and give them their just due now. Very important. Make sure you listen to the teachings, because their experiences will help you become who you need to be. All you got to do is listen and then apply what you've learned. Thank you for spending some time with me. I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. I'll see you next week. Take care.